Yo, what's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great day. I will be doing. I'm using my phone again. Like I can't stream live for some reason. Streaming is just ridiculously slow in Arkansas. So I'm using my phone. My phone is propped on my computer. Yeah, my screen's messed up still. It's propped on my computer, so I'm looking behind it to look at stuff, y'all's deals. I had a request. Actually, Caleb, if you see this, Dom lives in the Gilbert, Phoenix area, I believe. Let's go. Let me check. He said, "Hey, I'm brand new to flip this course. Just finished it. I'm in the Scottsdale area, and my price limit is $4,000. So that's a really good range. Do you mind telling me a thing or two about what to niche down on?" So I recommended him to you, Caleb, if you see this, because you're in that area actually. So you might know that area a little better than me. You actually definitely know the area a little better than me, or way better than me because it's dependent on your area. A lot of it. I'm gonna go live with him though. Not live with him. I'm going to. I hope he's watching this. Even if you're not, you can rewatch this. I'm gonna type in the Scottsdale area. It's raining. I'm gonna type in the Scottsdale area and search. In the $4,000 budget, I'm gonna search how I would approach this. I'm not gonna search in the $4,000 range. I'm actually gonna search in like the upwards of $5,000 range and get the deal down. So let's go with a little Safari. I'm going to flip the camera around in just a second. Let me get to Craigslist. We'll go with Craigslist first. This is like a rough way of me having to film. This is actually probably going to be an interesting video. So this video is more geared towards Dom, a new member. I'm going to look in his area. Let me get all set up here. I'll flip the camera around and don't make fun of my screen. I know it's not the best. So this is hopefully I can fix this to where I can screen share and do better in my area, but my internet's not the greatest. So let's go with obviously cars and trucks. Oh man, what's the zip code? No, we can do this, huh? Ooh, how are we gonna do this? I'm so used to doing it on my cell phone that I don't know how I'm going to like. What's up, bro? Yeah, just stay tuned. This video is literally for you. There wasn't many deals posted. Oh, 85-2, dude, killing it on that. 85260. All right, 85260. Okay. Whoa. 0 results found. Here's some nearby areas. Okay, so it's like, let's do, how can I do this on, I always do mobile. This is so different. No. Let's go back to Craigslist. Let's go. I'm sure this is like so simple. Oh, okay. Nearby. No. U.S. states. Okay, here we go. Let's go with. All right, we're gonna go with. Where are we at? Arizona's up top, obviously. Okay, let's do Arizona. Phoenix, right? That's what you said, right? Phoenix. Scottsdale. So that's like Phoenix area, I believe. I love Arizona, by the way, man. I love it. Phoenix. All right, we're doing Phoenix. Let me know if that's cool. Phoenix is good, right? Cars and trucks. Scottsdale, Phoenix, I think they're close together. I'm from Arkansas, so like I definitely don't know exactly. Okay, so what I would do, Dom, is right. You have $4,000 to spend. I would say safely. I would say in that area, right? In the area. So in my area, it's very low income. They're like me buying 8, which we're not even in that range, but like this is like an example. Me buying 8, 10, 6, $7,000 vehicles. I do it sometimes, but like I know that I'm narrowing my audience so much in Arkansas. I'm in a very, very, very low income state. I think it's like one of the lowest in the United States. You, I think, are in a very good area where like a majority of people have more money on average. So $4,000, $5,000 vehicles is so common. Like people have that on them. Not, obviously not everybody, but your audience, like you can, get more of the mid range and higher end cars because you're in a good area, which is a very good pro. There's more money to be made actually there than here by far. So I'm gonna set my price range, Dom. 2,000. You have 4,000 to spend. I would set it at 5,200 max. So you get a broader amount of cars, or larger amount of cars. You'll get the $5,000 cars. You'll set your criteria. I wouldn't do. I mean, do what you want. Dom, is there any cars, trucks? Are you looking for car, truck, SUV? Are you picky, or what's your goal? And then just comment it, and I'll read it, and then we'll update it. I'm just gonna put it at the price range right now. Um, there's a truck. All right, let's go. I have to shrink my screen because of this terrible crack, by the way. So Dom, let me know, if you're wanting cars or trucks or SUVs. Maybe you said it and I skipped over it. I'm gonna look. More towards. I know these Camrys. Let's see if this is. So this is a Camry, a Pro with say a Camry, a Pro with this. Okay, the miles are kind of high for it, so that's. I like Civics. Okay, all right, we can do Civics. So really, dude, I'm telling you, everything you've said, you're in the area that Caleb's in. Caleb loves Civics. We also have a guy in here that loves Civics as well. Like he always posts them, and that's awesome because he just mastered one type of car, which is money. I mean, that's great. So, oh, you commented and I can't see it now. It disappears. Civics are great. The reason they're good, Honda is a really good brand or a really good reputation. Let me flip it around. Honda is it has a good rep. Everyone knows what a Honda Civic is. So you're keeping, every potential buyer, they're familiar with that car rather than, let's say, like a Fiat or like something that not everyone knows. Even if it's a good car, it doesn't have that reputation yet. So you're going to keep your audience I guess accustomed to the car. So Civic's very good. Honda's a very good reputation. They're actually pretty dang reliable. So I think that's a really good option. I'm gonna flip it back around. I'm gonna show you basically my cars may be a little different than what I would show you just based on my area, but the exact same concept that I use, you can use too. So here's a Toyota Camry. We had a guy in the group sell his '08 or '09 for 5,200. I think he made 1,000, 1,200 bucks. Shout out to Andrew. I'm shouting you out, bub. He did really well on it, and his I think had 150 something thousand miles, which is very very typical. This is a '07 Camry. Pros with this is Toyotas are extremely reliable, and their reputation is extremely good. Their resale value is extremely good. They are it's unreal how good Toyotas are. The trucks are amazing. The engines they build are amazing. They don't tend to have near as many problems as in a lot of other vehicles. I buy Ford Explorers, and those actually tend to have quite a bit of problems. I just buy them because they're so underpriced that I've learned to know what to look for. But this is a very good, safe bet. A lot of times on these cars, so this price is. Let's just start with the price. Sorry, I'm jumping all around. $39.95. The only issue with this is it's almost 190K miles for an '07 Camry. It's kind of high. It's not crazy, right? If you could get this and it's $39.95. If you could get this for $3,000, you check it out. I think I have a video. I believe it's in the announcements, but it's on my YouTube. You might have to find it. I need to create a better thumbnail for you of how I do my checklist and what I look for first to basically, so you go in confident, you know exactly what to look for, you're not scared, you're very confident when you go to talk to the person, and that really translates into a good conversation on being able to leverage stuff. So that's a good video to watch. Say you went to look at this car, I would want to get this. I never want to pay full price. I would want to, I think 3,400 for this is not bad. It's been on there 25 minutes. So what that tells me is if this is a good deal and it's only been on there 25 minutes, then the chances of other people seeing it is very low, right? So if no one's seen it, it's a good deal, then act upon it, go get it before everyone else. Because there's people doing the same thing we're doing. Tons and tons of people, dealers do this. But if you're able to know, say a Honda Civic and it's popped up in 25 minutes, you know that no one's seen the deal yet because it's such a new deal. So I always love to look for really recent posts. And then once you know the Civics, then that it's a good deal already. You don't even have to Kelly Blue Book it. But so this is a Camry. I told you it's very very well known. It's a very quality car. They have a really good reputation. Resale's great. They have like they idle sometimes weird whenever you're just sitting in them, like in neutral, and it's really just like a computer type issue. But when you start driving them, they're completely fine. It's very very common on these. It shouldn't deter you. Like if you got this for 3,400, I'm thinking you're easily. That's like the high side. If you could get it for three, that'd be awesome. I think you could easily sell it. I think you could put price it at 42 and take 39.50. But if you got it for three, that's $950 profit. And that's awesome. Like what I don't know what the return is percentage wise off 3,000, but I'm not the greatest at like off the top math. But so basically, it's a SEV6, one owner. That is extremely good. Clear title's always what I typically look for. You can do salvage titles, right? If you know that you're getting an extremely good deal, because that is going to be something that's like kind of pushes someone away. So the way that you can get a salvage title and be able to sell it successfully quickly is that the deal's so good that they can't even resist it, even though it's a salvage title when you go to resell it. So that means you need to buy it extremely cheap, in my opinion. And Caleb did tell me that in y'all's area, that salvage titles are like really common. And I remember when I went down there to visit Ricky and all the guys at the Tech Buds house, that it was like every like one out of every like 4 or 5 cars was a salvage title. Here, it's like one out of every 20. So like I think maybe like in your area, a salvage title is like possibly doable. You just really have to really check it over way, way better. Make sure everything was done right and not, like half-ass. I probably shouldn't be cussing, but half-ass in a way. But so let's just keep looking at this one. It's in good condition. It says there's not an extreme amount of pictures. Like that's a terrible picture of the interior. I don't know what I'm supposed to be like. Yes, it has a radio. That's kind of far away. I mean, I can see the whole car. The door jambs look clean. It looks like someone might actually detailed it. And like this is looks really clean. That sounds dumb, but like if people take the time to like really clean up this door jamb, which people often overlook, that means they either like really take care of the vehicle or it could be a dealer. Also, this price $39.95. It could very well be a dealer as well. Most people, if you're an individual, you'll put like 3,900, 39.99. I honestly like 3,900, 39.50. The weird numbers can tend to be a dealer. That can be like a little like warning, not necessarily, but and you can still get deals from a dealer. You just have to be like careful and know that they have a bottom dollar. Like they don't really need money. So like you can typically get better deals from individuals because they do need money. Navigation, sunroof, automatic transmission, Barcelona red. He's even got like the specific color. Gray interior, new tires, recent oil change. So maybe this is an individual. Contact them. I mean, you don't have to do any of this. I'm just really showing you the process of your area. I hope this video. Are you still watching, by the way? So you can like comment if you have any questions while I'm going through this with you. Let me know, buddy. I can't see your questions. All right. 189,000 miles is kind of high, but the price is good. Like these in my area. Oh, yeah. All right. You are watching. Sweet. Okay. So these, I've seen these sell for like $5,800. Yeah, they'll have like 140,000 miles, but like 140, 189,000. 189,000 is not crazy, right? For 07. It's kind of typical. My truck outside, I drive a 2010 GMC Sierra, 172,000 miles. That wouldn't scare a ton of people like away, like, oh, that's too high. It's honestly becoming normal for this year. So I don't even think 189. I think 200's put like too much. Like as far as going to resell it, like how do you word that? 200's gonna start narrowing your audience a decent amount. Anything like 189 doesn't sound that bad. A lot of this stuff is all in people's head. Like 39.95, that number is in your head. If you put 4,000, or 4,100, it's not much more, but it sounds like it is. So like all this is like strategy with a lot of these people, and you can use the same things to do this. But as long as you know that as well, then you're totally fine. So, yeah, that's just one car. I think that's a decent deal. As long as the body's good, it's clear title. You get that for 3,000, you're set. I mean, I know that those have really, really good reputation for being reliable as well. So just, if you have any questions as well, ask what you specifically should look for. I've also got a video on it. I'd love to go, help you with it. Let's keep going. Toyota Highlander. This is a '03. This body style though is the other like older body style, and I mean I don't think it's a great deal. I don't even. It's not also not that appealing. So you have to like consider a decent amount of things when you go and do this stuff. But Honda Accord, 4600. That's too much. Definitely too much. Caleb is your guy on Hondas. So is my dude. I just went blank. Let me get back to him. You should also direct message. My God, I think it might be James. Is it James that's always like putting out? Let me go up, dude. Direct message James. I'm almost positive it's James, and I could be. Wait. Potential deals where I need to be. Okay. Nope. Let's get up here. Stay on. Stay with me. This should benefit you a bunch. I hope it does. And maybe a longer video just to get like everything I want to say out to you. But I think that it'll help a bunch. No, Clown Ninja. Clown Ninja's the guy with the. Yeah, he's the Civic guy. He loves them. Yeah. Dude, direct message Clown Ninja. Ask. He knows a ton about them. I'm typically truck SUV guy. I do know cars. But I don't want to say I'm a master of civics if I'm actually not. And that's why the group's here is for everyone to help each other. So message Ninja if you want to, if you feel like you need to. And I feel like he could help. He's got like tons of information about civics. He knows the price ranges, not just Kelly Blue Book, what they're going for. Maybe they're going for a little different in his area, but does this help? Not really. Okay, let's keep looking. Suburban. I would say these, yes, you can sell them. Who you would be selling this to these? Clown Ninja, correct? Yeah, Clown Ninja. Just kind of ask him, hey, like, what, like, is there anything I need to know about civics? I'm new to this chat. That's what I'd love to go for. Is there anything you could help me with? And I'm sure he will. So this vehicle is definitely a dealer. It looks like it's had a pretty rough life, but these seats on this is all the GMC Sierra seats. Extremely common that they crack. They actually tend to rip right here from like just wear. And then right here, which he's not showing you, is they tend to wear out really bad on these. Silverados. It's just all the GMC and Chevy vehicles, they tend to rip. But this is definitely a dealer. How you can tell already right off the bat is that he vacuumed lines. What he does is he goes one way. Hey, Eddie, what up? So, yeah, hey, if you don't mind, message Dom and help him out with the Civic stuff. That'd be super appreciated. I never have bought and sold a Civic. I do know the prices because I see them like at the auction or I see them on Craigslist often. I just haven't pursued them because it's a truck state in my it's truck SUV 4-wheel drive. And I might need to start buying, stuff just to get so I can be able to help people more with like Civics and stuff. But here's how you know it's a dealer oftentimes. He literally made like the golf course, like fairway lines. I think that's what they call them, like fairway. I worked at a detail shop when I was younger, and they made me do it. And they didn't do it back here, but yeah. Oh, wait. No, they didn't do it there. They did in the driver's seat. See how it's not normal? Like, there's not any over here, so they're kind of like lazy about it, but they only did it in one spot. See the seat? See how it's all worn out? These seats are actually extremely comfy. I've re-leathered these. And you can totally do this, but you could also use this as leverage, right? You could say, hey, man, like, dude, this thing's worn out. Like, I get it. I want it. I'm very interested in it. It's got kind of higher miles. It's actually very normal for these vehicles because they're really comfy. So people take them on long road trips, family vehicles. So these tend to have higher miles, and it tends to be okay. But 187,000 miles on this. 2006 Suburban, V8, 5.3 liter. Cold AC, clean title, runs and drives good. Blah, blah, blah. He's tire shine the tires. I mean, you can tell. Let's see if he's tire shine. See the intake? See how there's tire shine on it? I honestly get more scared when they start really tire shining things. Like, okay, that's not tire shined. It doesn't look like. But this is tire shined. And when people start doing that, it's like, I get it, but it's like, yeah, what they do is they make it so appealing that someone that doesn't have a clue what's going on, that's where they make their money. And where you can counter is like, dude, you don't want like when do you want your intake tire shined? The reason they did it is because it's black and it'll stand out. Like it'll really shine off that black intake. But it's like, are they hiding something? Okay, so that's something to be aware, cautious about. Which again, like that YouTube video, just check it out. Hopefully it helps you guys. Like genuinely, it's just a free video on YouTube I made, and I can make a better one if I need to. Let's see, like this is black. This is also a Suburban. Suburbans is going to be a family vehicle. I think a Suburban would be harder to sell than a Tahoe because they're less appealing. They're honestly like really hard to maneuver around. Like getting in and out of parking spaces is tough. They can honestly be unwanted or not as wanted as necessarily a Tahoe, like the short wheelbase one. So I would honestly, I think I would avoid this one because of the 2950 is already a cheap price, which is like, yeah, that's great, but it's a dealer that's like made the little like rug marks, which is like kind of weird. It's like almost too much. And then the intake is tire shine. I can already tell if you touch your finger to that, it's just gonna feel like greasy because they just caked it on there. But yeah, like it's a good price, but there could be something hiding in that. So I'm just gonna keep looking for you, bud. Let's go. It is raining like crazy out here. We're about to start. Let me keep looking. G6, Pontiac. Pontiacs tend to not do the greatest on resale and stuff, in my opinion, in my area. They could there. And anything is, anything you can sell for the right price, right? But in my opinion, you want to keep your audiences broad. If you're just doing it strictly for the money, and if you're doing it to, buy a car you want and just find the best deal, you can still all use all this stuff. But if you're wanting to get a quick turnover, you want to keep it to where a vehicle that I mean, you want to keep your audience as broad as possible. That's like the number one rule. And then you want to have like still the best price after you get it for a good price. And then even your new listing price is still too good for them to like skip over and go, we'll come back to it. They like you funnel all, like say people are looking for 4Runners and they're going for 5,500, 5,200, 5,000. And yeah, you may make $100 less. And say you paid 3,000 for one. Don't price it at 52 where everyone else is pricing at. Price it at 4,950 or 4,900 to where, yeah, you may like $200 less, but every single person looking at a 4Runner is going to click your ad first. So you're going to get all their customers first. So the potential of you getting a sale, it only takes one person to sell, is much, much, much greater. So that's basically it on this. Okay. Truck. I know Caleb did not have a very good experience with selling a truck in Gilbert, Arizona, and this is in Gilbert. I don't know if that's because the market's not there and it's typically like a commuter type of city where like you're not going to need a truck that gets bad gas mileage. They're bigger, they're too bulky. There's not as much like hard labor. Like here, it's like we have trailer, like everyone's using their truck. The truck's a tool here. Like I make money from my truck, picking up stuff, hauling stuff. I have a farm, my parents do, so I help them on that. And I couldn't do it with a car. Whereas there, it's like maybe you just need a car. Here's a Honda Accord, 2005. In my previous experience and everyone, so I go to the car auction with my dad. It's dealer only. I go to a public one as well. You can too. I go to a car auction with my dad, dealer only. So there's guys with 60 years experience. They told me the number one selling color is bright red. Like they're like, if you get a car that's red, you can almost sell it regardless. So that's also one cool tip to like keep out. Yeah, if it's like ridiculously overpriced, you can't. But they like you go to the auction and I'm gonna flip it around. You go to the auction and they'll like two cars come through. One has, say, two 4Runners come through. One's gold or one's silver and one's red, and they both have the exact same amount of miles, and they both are, maybe the silver one's even in a little bit better shape. There's like, no dents on the silver one, and there's like a dent on the quarter panel, like bottom lower, that's not really gonna push someone away, but it's like they're gonna try and use it to get a little better price. The red one will still go higher every single time, and it's because it's more visually appealing. It creates more attention online, or if you're even putting it like outside in your front yard for sale or like just anywhere, it's going to draw more people in. The color red, a bright red car, will always go higher, like at the car lot, if they're the exact same type, if that makes sense. So that's really cool. I've learned that. Like I had a red truck and my dad had a white one. Identical vehicles. Mine had more miles, and the guy chose mine over my dad's. So just because of the color, it's just more appealing. So that's actually something to look for. The worst color that I've ever had luck selling is, let me see if I can look it up for you. These are like just things I've learned over the years that are like tried and true. They actually are a thing. I've asked people, like car dealers, like there's big ones, at the auctions I go to, it's all of them in Arkansas. They come together and you become friends with them because you see them every day. But they said the worst color, and I've actually can verify this because I've had two, and they both were the hardest vehicles to sell, was gold. Gold Silverado. I'll show you what mine was. 1999. Not an appealing color. Just miserably hard to sell. Off just the simple, like this color right here, man. I hate it. All right, let me flip it around. It's like you're elderly, like that's how I had to sell it. But like, think about, like, if you have the choice to get red, black, white, blue, you're gonna pick that over like that. And I was like, the price was so good. I was like, oh yeah. But that was the reason why. I was like, okay, there's silver, so that's different. These silver ones don't do too terrible. I've actually sold a silver one, but this color on there, it's on many cars, is hard to sell. Hard to sell. My mouth's dry. Yeah, exactly. That's what everyone says. So like the only way you can get rid of them, like the price has to be extremely good, which I thought it was, but I only made like $400 off of it. But it sat for, I would rather make, I'd rather break even in 1 week than, I think I held it for like a month and a half, than make $400. Like it was just, I could have my money, I could have turned my money over 3 times faster if I, but it was also a learning experience, and I can able to like basically help you guys not do that. Do not, in my opinion, unless it's super cheap, I would stay away from gold vehicles. And I know that's like sounds so dumb, but seriously. All right, this is like so rigged up, but all right, I'm gonna keep going, keep looking for you guys. Dom, I got you. Let's go. Honda Accord, 3,500. Caleb. Dom, you messaged Caleb and he hadn't messaged back yet. He's been busy. He told me. I'm actually going to call him right after this. I'll get him to get in connect with you. He's in your area, so he's definitely like one to talk to, and he loves buying cars. He's definitely more of a car guy, so he's actually your man to talk to. But Jeep Liberty Sport, these actually don't have good resale value, in my opinion. Yes, they can sell. They actually have like, a lot of times they'll have like an engine knock, I guess the engines just aren't that good in them. I see probably 500-600 of these a week at the auction, like from Tuesday, Wednesday to Thursday, like total. I probably see like 80 at each auction. Okay, that's not 500, but I see a bunch. Pros with this one, let's just like break this down as if you're gonna get this. 3,200 is too much to start with, but pros, it's red, it's bright red, it's appealing. It looks like it could be an individuals. I actually do think it's an individuals. So this could be one that you offer on, right? The price seems like an individual would price it. Like I said, 3,200. People price differently usually when it's individual. If this was not, it'd be like 3,295 or like 32, like stuff that you see in Walmart, like 99 cents, like just weird stuff like that. So, okay, yeah, look. This is definitely an individual, like I said. This Jeep is high miles, but runs and looks great. Lots of trips from Oklahoma to Phoenix. Okay, so it's reliable. What's the mileage if they did that? Yeah, 222. So this is definitely a highway mileage car. So this is actually way too high. I'd be wanting to get this for like 1,500. But red, this car will sell. Not necessarily for, it's not going to sell for 32. I think that this person could get 25 out of this. If this car was gold, you would not get more than 1,900. It's crazy. Like if this car was just like an unappealing, like a dark blue, it would do fine. But like the red helps this car. The mileage doesn't. What does help this though is like they have all this stuff. Original window sticker. This is actually the person that owns the car. It's not a dealer, so that's a pro. And you can tell that they actually took care of it. They're like describing outside on the hood where you see light hail damage. They're being honest. That's something that's like really good. Like I love when people tell me up front, or like just like, okay, light hail damage you could definitely mention in person, and I don't think it's gonna be like something that they're gonna be mad about. But they took the time out of their day to like mention the light hail damage that you can't even notice from the picture. So that's a pro. They seem like an honest person. This person like would be the type that you could probably negotiate with, and it'd be fairly easy to deal with and fairly like, satisfying like on both ends. Like, yeah, it's going to a good home. Like, yes, I understand it's got a lot of miles. Like there's someone that you could reason with, it seems like. But it's already too high. So like I would just avoid it. But those are the type of things that I look for. 222,000 miles. Yeah, that's a little too much. And these motors are typically not the greatest. So, oh, okay, I'm live. I'm live. I'm live. Is anyone on here? Yeah? Let me put it in the group chat. All right, I'm back. Yeah, no, my phone died. It turned back on really fast. It was surprising. Where am I at? One owner. We're back here. Let me flip the camera around. Like I was saying about this, seems reasonable. They went out of their way to like talk about all this stuff. The interior has a tear on the fabric, driver's side, seat by the seam. I mean, like some of that stuff you don't have to mention. Like it's not even necessarily rude. Like if it's a small tear, it's like it's 222,000 miles, but they even took the time out to mention that. So yeah, absolutely, dude. Hey, get to class, bro. I'll keep playing this, and you can rewatch it if you want to. But I'm about done. That's just typically what I look for. That's too high. Nissan truck, $3,300, way too high. Although Nissan trucks have a really good reputation. Jeep Liberty, this is also too much. Silver is like a really common color on those. Let's keep looking. So basically, Dom, what I want you to take away from this is, all right, I'm gonna flip it around. If you're still on there, are you still on there, Dom? Let me know if you're on here, and I'll tell you before you go to class. I'll tell you. Okay, so you have $4,000 to spend. Go on, make sure you use all the apps you can, because you want to find the deal before everyone else. So if use Craigslist, use Let Go, use OfferUp. Facebook Marketplace is amazing. For the fact that older people, are like my parents took over Facebook. Like our parents are taking over Facebook. They're not familiar with the internet yet, so they'll just post. They're familiar with Facebook, so they'll post their cars on Marketplace because that's the social media source that they use. Craigslist, a lot of like younger kids are like they're smart, so they utilize it real well. So it's kind of harder to negotiate with them, harder to like find good deals because they know like Kelly Blue Book. A lot of people on Facebook just want to get rid of it. They know, hey, I have Facebook. I think there's a marketplace thing, so they'll post on it. So use all of them. I use Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace the most. You have $4,000 to spend. Search above 4,000 always. If that's safely what you can spend, search above it. Get the deal down. Don't hit 4,000 because now you won't see anything that's 4,100 that you could get down to 35. So do that to keep your market broad, and make sure if you're just doing it for profit, then make sure it's a reliable, brand, really has a good reputation. Everyone knows it, to keep your audience broad. They're like, oh, that's a so-and-so. They don't have to go like, are those good cars? They just know. Camrys, Honda Civics, things like that. So make sure that those are known. Make sure that, if you're talking to a dealer or an individual. A dealer is always going to have, a limit. And it's going to be, probably around $1,000 on average less than what the price is. And they're not going to sell it to you for that. That's what they probably paid for it. So they're probably only going to come off, $600 max on average on around a, $2,000 to $4,000 car. That's average. They can get better deals too, like anyone. But know if you're talking to a dealer. Know if you're talking to an individual. Know, is this car appealing? Does it stand out to you? If it stands out to you, then it probably stands out to someone else. Like even the color. The color's a big deal. know, is it going to be like, who are you going to be selling it to next? If you're selling it to a family, is this appropriate, like family car? Like if like the Suburban, that's probably going to be sold to a family that needs a car for like vacations and trips. It's probably not going to be like a daily driver, because if it was a daily driver, they'd just go get the Tahoe. So, like, know things like that, and that will help you so much. And then watch before you go every deal, either direct message me or ask any questions in the group chat about what to look for on certain things, and then I would love to help you. That's really how I do it in my area, and that's basically how we all do it. Direct message Clown Ninja, direct message Caleb. They definitely deal with Civics more than I do. I hope this video helped all of you guys. This was Dom asked, or I asked Dom if he would like me to do this for him, since there were no potential deals. Yeah, I hope this video helps a lot. Yeah, I hope you have a great day. I just said yeah 10 times. I don't know why I'm doing that, but I'm gonna get back to it. It's raining here. I've got to help my dad clean a car. So yeah, have a great day, guys. I'm gonna get off here and look for some deals.